Hello, hello. What up? We made it to, I can't remember what day of the week it is, but it's a new one. And we are here and we are freaking blessed to be connected. Welcome to it. I want to quickly, just before I jump into today, I want to make a very, very special announcement. I want to say to my cousin, Janobia, Langston, Nobi, this is for you, baby girl. Happy birthday. I went and I looked in my daughter's cupboard and I made a little card. I think it's pretty cute. Not like to be like, oh, good job, Etienne. This is what I was talking about when I was saying paying attention to the fine details. The thing that's as important is family, and celebrating a birthday is more about connecting with that person. And Nobi, I'm so happy that we're able to connect. I love you. I hope you have a beautiful day, my cousin. I hope the cool weather that we are experiencing here up in Cape Town has kind of reached you guys a little bit in Uppington. But I wish you a beautiful day filled with love, light, joy, surprise, and also lots of cake, because egg like most fun. Birthday cake and ice cream. So I hope that's good. If you're also celebrating your birthday, happy birthday. Kom ons maak sommer so one time, man. See, Nobi, this is what you just started a tradition here. I think we're going to probably end up doing this now. We're going to start doing birthday shout outs. So happy birthday. And I'm going to blow out your candle. So if it's your birthday, if it was your birthday, if it's not your birthday, it doesn't matter. Happy birthday. Especially to you, Nobi. Love you so much. I'm going to make a wish and blow out your candle. All right. I wished for... Find out in the voice notes. So it's so good to be here. I'm so happy to have you here. It is a beautiful day to be alive because you get to choose. And I want to share a quick story with you. We didn't really have much choices, a lot of us. And it includes, even if you think that you had choices, there's some times where you didn't really have a choice. It was more like, okay, A or to B, you can pick any one of the two I'm giving you to choose from. And it's so strange when you wake up and you've gotten a little bit closer to being free to choose every single aspect of your life. I am very happy that I have had a tough road. I am very happy that I have struggled. Oh, talk about struggle, amper breek ek my blessings jar. I am very happy that I had a tough time and answers that I really needed when times felt like, somebody that's got the answer, you just give it to me, and I didn't get it, and I found that answer. I'm so grateful for that because it has brought me to a place where I'm very grateful that I'm almost able to choose everything. And by that, like, don't get me wrong, I'm very fortunate. I'm so blessed. Like I was saying, I'm kakre blessed, bro. The amount of favor that rests on my life sometimes even surprises me because it might not seem like favor to you maybe, but it shows up when it matters, and that's the thing. That's favor. It's there when it matters. And the amount of favor that's been shown in my life is phenomenal. And the only like one thing that I'm like maybe not ungrateful for, like I'm striving for this opportunity to help somebody else reach not only that connection to uncapped favor, fiber at 100 megabytes per second. I want somebody to have the opportunity to get out of that mindset of like the problems are the problems because they're problems. And today, which I think maybe is probably a good segue, today what we're going to talk about is, and this is thanks to Ashanti. No, it wasn't Ashanti yesterday. Oh, but I see your name there. Hi, Ashanti. It's nice to have you. Welcome. I'll get into the whole chats as well. Just your name popped up there. But Aisha, yesterday, Aisha was mentioned that she's a teacher and she teaches from home. And it's kind of got me thinking that a lot's changed since COVID. And, you know, a lot of things that, and I don't mean to be like, oh my goodness, you know, okay, granted, everybody's had it different and it's impacted us all a little bit different, but the globe and everything that we come to know changed in what felt like in that few months was overnight. Because literally society as we knew it, society before 4.0, was predictable. We figured it out. Some of us were starting to get the grips of what the game's rules are. And then it just switched up on us. And a lot of people had to this is the thing. I know a lot of people struggled, but I don't know how many people understand how many split decisions, life or death, deeper than like bread or petrol, had to be made with zero reference. Like there's no, like before, sure, you could go, who remembers the last pandemic that hit the globe on a level that this has, where information is so freely available? Please let me know in the chat, because I am drawing a blank and I am Mr. Chappy Paper. But I can't really, I didn't even think the Ebola and the swine, all that stuff wasn't at the same level as where we're at now with this. So it was like overnight. And plans you've made changed without your permission. And a lot of people had to like make split hair decisions. For people reliant on contact, on having to have interaction with others, on having to have a physical location with you. What are you going to do? Wherever, where was the conversation? Maybe what we should just do is we should end up having like a virtual Airbnb. So instead of you being able to actually come and sleep over at my opa's house, what you can do is just like rent it out virtually for a period and have your seminars and workshops, and people can connect in the different rooms. We'll set up all sorts of, I don't know if that's like a thing, but I'm just saying, that is like the kind of decision, I don't see those kind of conversations being had to get to those conversations, to make those decisions. So people just had to make a call. It was like, okay, kom ons kyk gou. Okay. Nee, ek weet nie. Kom wag, luister hierso. Sal jy graag met my Petrus, Isak, ja, Shamaine kom help. En al drie van julle kom blaas gou hier. And hope that something happened and nobody knew, but you survived. You thrived in some instances. Some people went into an area that you never, ever thought it was going to be something that you would explore and learn or do. But look at you now, 2 years later, where you at? And that's what I want to talk about. I want to try to look at the effect of what the pandemic had on where you were and the plan you had. Like for me, I was freshly gonna become a dad. I just got off I'm gonna be a full-time stand-up comic personality. Yeah, I was like gunning for that. I was driven to try to share my creative voice, and I thought I was gonna do it through radio and TV and stand-up comedy and all sorts of stuff. Excuse me, sorry. My balloons ook vergeet. Nou be hier's ook balloons ook. I went through so much and I forgot the balloons. Just a quick one. Happy birthday again for the balloons. I forgot about the balloons. Anyway, so I was like at this point where I'm like, okay, I'm abandoning this plan, this 5-year plan of couch surfing, sleeping in a fiesta, going to visit a friend and being like, oh my word, it's already so late. Oh, don't worry, Etienne, you don't have to wait, just sleep over. I'm like, yes, now I can shower. You know, like moving past that. And imagine during that time, my wife, before she was my wife, was still like, yeah, idiot not. Nice man, ek love him. But I abandoned all that. Like I was so committed. This is my creative outlet for me and I'm going to do it. And then along came my real purpose and destiny, which is like a road that I get familiar with every now and then, and sometimes I stray from because I feel like I'm so comfortable when things go well that it must be because I'm choosing the right thing and I'm making the right decision here. But in actual fact, it's just that I'm staying humble, I'm staying grateful, and I'm sticking to the basics and just staying on the path that I'm being led on where it's going well, where I'm saying like the favor, guys, I don't know. And it changed and Marley was like in the picture and I was like, all right, cool. We got to make a plan, baby. your daddy is gonna be not only present in your life, but he is going to make sure that all of the things that not necessarily needed, but are required, are sort of like part of the like checklist of things that would make it the most beneficial for you to grow your plant your roots and experience this amazing thing we call life. I needed to get a job, so I went and I did that, and I was like, at the beginning of lockdown, I was like, oh my word, I can't believe it, I got a job now. No longer just like telling jokes for beer and food, because I was like, for real. Other than Parkers, I loved playing Parkers, and every now and then I got like a couple of like corporate gigs and that, but like that was like the game. I do miss that. It was exciting being like, yo, I wonder what I'm going to eat tonight, because wherever it was that I was going to do a stand-up show, that's where my diet came from. Anyway, so now I'm going to an opportunity to build a sustainable life, and my daughter was born and things were going well. I was performing well at work. Things were going very well. It was a technology company, and it was like just expanding with the innovation. They interrupted everything, and it was just the right connections. Everything had lined up so perfectly that it had to be divine intervention. It couldn't have been my own influence. I might have just picked up on certain things and been like, evaluate, scan, cool, I'm going to trust, have faith, I'm going to believe, and I'm going to do this thing, and I'm just going to be like, yes, my intentions are pure, and I'm just trying to do something that's not just good for me, but good for everyone. And be like, cool, let's see what happens. And it worked out. And then lockdown happened. Like during a promotion, Etienne was going to be like, oh, I was going to, I'm not, please don't misunderstand. I'm not trying to say I'm bragging or I'm missing it, but it was such an amazing opportunity at a time that was looking like it was going to realize. Like I was going to sit at not the head of a table, but I was going to sit at a main table, not the kiddies table, of the African continent, with like dealing with like entrepreneurs and small businesses on the grassroots level, being able to impact change and impact on people's financial, personal growth and development on that kind of level. And then COVID, but we had to pivot and adapt, and I had to change my whole look around. We tried the work from home route. There were some successes there were, but now look at us. We're back, 2022, a brand new year. All sorts of new, exciting things that are coming. You may be resussing like me. I resussed my blog. I don't know if you had a chance to read it yet. I'd love to hear what you think about it. Go and have a chance to just go skim there. The latest one is the continuation from a series that I want to complete, but it's going to be spoken or written in the same frame of mind and voice that I'm in, which is, I am a powerful, positive creature of love and light. And there are more of us that can connect on ways that I thought were maybe just for entertainment, or maybe were just meant for like personal gain, that are becoming more and more frequent and easier to have. That's just guiding me to believe that the change is coming. It is inevitable. Positivity is going to win. And I'd love to hear your story. I'd love to hear your take. I'd love to hear what was the thing that kept you afloat during the most uncertain time of what I even can remember and I'm a 1980s baby. I mean, I grew up in a time when the internet just arrived. Guys, listen. Okay, so this is a little just like between us, man. Just between us. So we got the internet. This is like M-Web right at the beginning, dial-up. It's like beep. Please, nobody pick up the bloody phone. Insert ridiculous thing like reading emails or chatting on QQ Messenger or something like that. Don't pick up the phone. And I was naughty. I was young. I was hormonal. Like I like to think, it's young, dumb, and full of cum. And I was so silly. I went onto the sexy sites and I didn't know about like what I was doing, and because I've always been that kind of kid. I've been let's figure out how to get there after we see what it is that we get. So I got straight to results, and I didn't know that there was like pop-ups and all this, and I realized my mom and them were coming home real soon, and I deleted files. I didn't know what I was doing, because I was just like, okay, and that's where I come from. And from then, the shock of the fact that the internet has literally become what I believe, a basic human right. I know whatever it is that you had to go through, it has value. So please share that with us. If you just jumped in, hello, welcome. We do this every day. I'm thinking so far, connect a little, chat a little bit. And on the first half, apparently today, we started a tradition where we're going to do birthdays. Because it's my cousin's birthday. Happy birthday, Nobi. But I do a little bit of connect, and I hope to try to provide some value either through some anecdotes, or even I try to give you some insight into my own personal life, because this is really just more about us strengthening the already existing connection. You could even just be looking at this now and be like, for that split second, we already shared so much positive vibes that it's too late. Your day's already going to go better. You don't even hear me and it's already going better, because that's what this is about. And one of the great ways of being able to do that is to have a conversation with you in the chat boxicle stickies. And that's what I need the last part up to you for. So let me know what you are doing. Wait, let's do this. What were you doing before lockdown, and what are you doing now post that is like keeping you alive? And we're going to go straight to the chat. Also remember, just like a selfish little plug here, there's a link in my bio to like connecting to me with all sorts of things like on the chat. We had such a conversation. We're actually busy discussing when we're going to have this conversation still, but so far we're voting on having a session on, it's not for like blowing midgets, we're gonna smoke some, we're gonna medicate, don't do any violations and things, but so we're having but we're gonna stream it on that other thing on the Telegram or somewhere else, but that's like some of the stuff we can do. What we can't do here, so you can do that. We can collaborate together. There's an income opportunity. Just click on the thing, man, do the things. Let's listen to you. It's you now, probably sick of me already. So here we go. First of all, it's Z. How's it, girl? Good to have ya. Happy birthday to your cousin, Yusra Solomons. Yusra, thank you, Yusra. I'm sure I'm sure she's watching this and she's like thinking, yes, like they're strangers, I don't even know. People that are just out there that are positive, that are sending me happy birthday and love. I can have faith in the world. I can believe that there is a chance for hope because of you. Thank you. Appreciate, love the comment and the fact that you're here. Aisha! Thank you. You're here. I'm so committed. Like I'm trying to figure out still how to do this moderator thing, but I am like, you are already in the, your nomination is just sitting with the board. They are busy just running through some background checks. You know, there's some stuff that you did, girl, on Twitter when you first started. We just want to quickly sort out, I know scandals here, but JV, yo, stay skitter, he's over odds. But it's so good to have you here. Welcome. Nay, my other cousin, Yakune, it's nice to have you. Welcome. The Ashanti, as always. Such amazing lady. Oh, I can't wait. I didn't actually get a chance to check yet. I'm busy acclimating myself to a different time zone. So I'm awake during the day for 6 or 7 hours. And then I'm awake for 8 hours in the morning, evening as well. So I get 6 hours sleep in between somewhere, just I'm trying to. So I will try to, but I want to go and see Ashanti. I hope you posted some more stories. I want to read some of them stories. Whatever you do creatively, whatever you do makingly, whatever, share it with us. If you want to share it in the inbox, share it in the Telegram, share it in this thing. If it's a business, that doesn't matter. That's the other thing. We really want to add value. And I know that connecting with somebody that you might not have been able to establish a connection with, that can actually happen here. So thank you for that. Oh, yes, I think it was maybe the Spanish flu. It might have been the closest thing. First reply to your messages. Selma! Welcome. Goeiemiddag, juffrou. Net gou vir jou net geregstel, juffrou. Net dis eten met 1 T en 2 N. My mamma het baie hard gewerk om my naam reg te spel. Dis eintlik ek is naskrywer genoem. En amper as jy net 2 T's gebruik en die 2 N'e, dan is dit amper soos kakop. So mama, that's just for me bias, but I'm so happy. I wanted to get back into the classroom. Now my classroom is in front of a laptop. Insane. I did a TEFL course, and I went in. They're like, you got 8 months to do this 250-hour expert TEFL course to teach young learners English. English is a second language. business and as a online e-learner. And they're like, dude, I think it was 6 to 8 months, and I did it in 31 days. Aced it, distinction, because I was convinced, as far as I was concerned, education is the first thing society would try to make sure that we get a grips on. We cannot think of having a civil functioning society without proper education, teachers, educators. And I found out that there was a lot of other online teachers, obviously in my space, like just teaching people English as a second language. It's quite saturated, not saturated, it's quite, a lot of people is doing this, and it's phenomenal to know how do you stay alive. If there's anything that can help, please let me know. If there's like something that could help you as a stay-at-home teacher or teach from home teacher, or that you've experienced, that you found like, oh, you know what, I've been doing this now and it's actually been working, put like a thingy in the comments, and just write like a thingy in the comments, and it might be helpful to somebody, I'm hoping. I've also noticed that apparently TikTok doesn't allow you to save the chat, which is something I'm still trying to figure out. And this is why I really find that it's valuable to go and connect with the whole community on Telegram. We're growing. But that's really good to know, Aisha. I'm so glad. How have you found it? Teaching must be difficult online, especially with like kids just deciding like, nee, ek wil nie, mama. Ek is nou bloody gat voor gepraat met papa. Ek het gesê ek wil nie. Biose moer. Ek smaak PlayStation. En ek smaak bloody chips yet. Nee, ek worry nie van werkie. Man, pa's nog daar, gaan heeltyd na kids can get. So please, I know it must be tough for you. If this is some reprieve for you, my sister, I'm glad. Welcome. Z, before lockdown in March 2020, for months before that, I wished that I could just work from home. Z, now look at the power of your intentional energy. It's intentional that you're like, oh, I want to work from home. Even though in the grand scheme of things, you might not be like, yeah, like I don't really feel like me wanting to work from home had some influence. This is your world. We are all the heroes in our own story. We're the main characters, and you write that story in here, sometimes in your subconscious, and then it's not just you writing it, it's other parts of you that you want to try to stay away from, that you kind of hide from the world. That, you know, it's okay to do that, but I find that it is so much more valuable and so much more enriching if you explore those things that you try to hide, and then you can get more direction of what you write, because that intention, that positive, that I want to look what, now you're working from home, I wonder what you're doing. My nest egg is now just a nest. I should not, girl. I know. I keep talking to the ladies whenever I spend money anywhere and I have to use fake money, the plastic card. I'm like, toch man, when they ask me check or savings, I'm like, why do you even ask me that? You might as well just say, beep. Do you want a bag? Beep. No, I'm a couple of my own. Beep. Judge me because I'm like buying all sorts of like raspberries. But the cat needs to buy raspberries. Beep. Epsom salt, your foot like a scarf. Beep. Okay, they baked beans are so special. Beep. And check or savings, you might as well just say check or spendings, because there is no savings anymore. But we are growing, we're changing that. You have to, even if it's like just that movie, empty 5 liter and you put 5 rands in, or you put some change, the ashtray money, or the losgeld from not buying bompies, whatever. You have to do something, because it's not about the amount, it's not about the vehicle, it's about the habit and mindset. Understanding that whatever it is that you take in order for you to have a significant contribution to your pension or your older days, or to some larger expense at some later day, you need to make sure that whatever you're taking in, the first thing you do is you cut out whatever it is that you don't want to have being affected by expenditure, by like running costs, everything must go into savings, the untouchables. You must do that first so that you can get used to functioning on as little as possible. That does not mean that you have to backtrack to times when it was tough for all of us. We've been there with the suiker op the brood and in the water. And some people are like, yo, julle is nogal fancy met die suiker op die brood. We just had krummels from the toaster. I understand people had struggles. It is not about how tough your struggle was. It is about how that struggle changed your mindset and convinced you that no one else should have that struggle. Yes, like ek fucking neuk alles net om. No one else should have that struggle. I'm like, I'm pastoring today. No one else should have that struggle. And you will do everything you can to try to make that struggle disappear. So I understand. We're making a difference. If you are looking for an opportunity, if you know a matriculant, if you do have, check the link in my bio. There is an opportunity there. If you're an expert already working from home in IT, customer service, there's some respondent surveys that you can do. You can get paid like in SA. It makes sense for us. $250 for 60 minutes of like, okay, can you just quickly take us through what does your workflow look like? You're a creative designer. You are a management senior level contributor at your agency, and we just want to know about some of the tools and platforms that you use in order to not only execute your tasks and achieve your goals, but truly add value at every point of interaction. So just take us through a typical day, and yeah, the floor is yours. And just so that you know, 3 or 4 of my colleagues are actually on the call as well, so they won't really be able to interact, but I just want to let you know that they will be there. Now you sitting in Mitchell's playing America. Okay, yeah. Whoops, I felt like no because I shouldn't have lasted like that. You just sitting there like, yo, okay, now look here, now my design flow now when I begin, take him an exclaim, alles is on the butchie. That is literally what you do for 60 minutes and you get paid. Go check the link. I'm just saying. Turn your nest egg into a farm. The universe answered my prayers. Indeed, it does. The universe listens. It's about putting an emotion. We're always emotional about the things we want, but we don't attach it to the intentions or attach it with intention to the real thing we want. Like, have you noticed how shitty things go when you're like, today is just everything's just gonna go wrong today. You make a commitment, you tell the universe, you tell your story what it's gonna look like, and then you charge it with emotion by convincing yourself, by remembering a time when it didn't go well and how it made you feel and how it drained you. And that just is like confirmation in the invisible realm. Yo, that's like, all right, so everybody listen up. 18 is asked for today. He want to have a very shit one. No, because when he's alone, when of the first time that he said himself, he didn't want to actually get up. So then he said, oh, it's going to be one of those days. So he has asked us to make sure that it's like that disappointment. Please stand by. The milk that's in the fridge that we know we used yesterday, make it sour. Then can you please make sure that petrol light is on, no fuel in car, then the bank account are also empty, and payment promise from yesterday don't approve yet, need 2-3 days to come. You understand what I'm saying? The universe listens to you when you charge an outcome or something that you want with an intention and emotion. It materializes. Yes, like ek het net te veel gegaan. Sorry, that was just, I wanted to get that across. I don't know. Like I said, I live in the moment because I believe that the moment is the moment. It's the realest time. It's what needs to be expressed. I am then only serving my purpose as a messenger. So we're going to go over the last few minutes just to quickly go through the chat. If you want to really continue the conversation, connect with us in the Telegram group. Go to my link there. I don't want to be that guy, but do it. It's going to be nice. It certainly made me more creative as a teacher. It does, because it makes you think of a solution and not just focus on the problem. Please tell me more about the online job opportunities. Ashanti, I will. What I actually will be doing is I'm going to do a little session in the Telegram group where I'll explain it a little bit more right after this, and you can catch it after. You don't have to be like, I'm not available now. You can catch it after. I'll share it on there specifically so you know it. That's awesome. You're awesome. Aisha, I love it. I love the positive energy this community is. If you just join the community, man. Even if you don't know what's happening now and you're just like, no, what gaan aan jou with Rasta Jesus? Click the thing, like the thing, join the community, man. Jy gaan dit uitvind, dis lekker. Hierdie mense is lekker. I'm here. Nadia, welcome. Faya. I was a receptionist, Ashanti. I was a receptionist, admin, customer service for years, but I could tell this isn't my purpose. Oh, that's also the thing about your intuition. And I don't know if you remember, if you've heard me say this, but women are like On the spiritual realm, women are the equivalent of the strongest man that you can think of, that can do whatever the most manly, and masculinity is a conversation we need to have in a whole another time. But as like, daai man kan sommer, hy kan alles verbou my sommer. He's strong, he's sexy, all that, like the most ideal. Think of how powerful that person is. That is like what every woman is on a spiritual level. Your intuition, trust it. You can literally guide yourself to success by paying attention to your gut. There's some training that comes into it, and of course there's a lot of things that happens with it, but it's a good place to just start having that faith and believe that, you know what, there is a good intention for my life. Things are actually going to work out for me, because that which creates all has all intention of positivity for me. So here we go. Let's have a look here. Oh, thank you, Nadia, for the share. Appreciate it. Now I'm home building my photography and working from home. Oh, I can so relate to that. I've also got a few online opportunities that I'm really trying to grow and expand on. And it is an interesting journey. And there is something that I want to try and explore there, but I don't know if this is something you guys would like to do. But like, I can do some entrepreneurial advice and tips and things like that. I've learned some stuff. I've done some things, and I'd love to also learn from you. So that's something we can maybe talk about in the Telegram group. Let's see. I love your TT posts. Yes, they are amazing. Ashant, not your TT posts. Like, I remember that at school now. Look down your shirt and spell Attic. A-T-T-I-C. It's not those TTs, that's your TikToks. I also had to learn this. TikToky. Guys, just off topic, anyone else having load shedding today? I've been hearing this, and I've been checking the thing. I hope it's not true. For later, let's see what happens. Oh, no. You need to do this. Check out Auntie. I absolutely have changed my mindset. Mindset is the beginning. I'm sorry, I had a banana before this, and I'm like, oh, hyped up. Mindset is the beginning, because you frame everything that exists with the mindset. You're more powerful than you think. Emotional damage. Yes, the message came through loud and clear. You know it. Ah, fantastic. All right, we made it to the end of today. I know we went a little bit longer than normal. I know we were a little bit all over the place. I think it's the effect of the potassium of that banana that I ate. I actually ate two, sorry. But I'd love to connect with you. Thank you for joining me today on Liquor Live with Etienne. I do this every day, 1 p.m. for about 30 minutes. I hope that you had some value. I'd love to continue this conversation. And if you missed most of it, you want to see the replay loop. And if you missed this and you want to see the replay, please do the thing and go click on the link in my bio. You might be surprised pleasantly by some of the things that might be aligned with exactly what you're looking for. Because I don't believe in coincidence. I believe in you. I love you. You're amazing. Love, light. Have a beautiful day. And don't forget, you are important. And the thing that you've been putting off to do, do not know, man. Stop waiting. We're waiting for you. Do it. I love y'all. See you tomorrow. Oh, okay. Now we must say goodbye. We are going to say goodbye. Okay, I'm going to say. Just seen people making comments. Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to read the comments. I'm trying to say goodbye. I know. I'm trying to say goodbye. You're telling me I'm saying goodbye. I'm telling you. Okay, it says, for the viewers are watching. I know they're watching, but they already know I say goodbye. So they'll see it in the catch-up. I love them. Bye.